Greetings. Greetings, fellow soul sisters and soul brothers. Welcome to another Insight Timer Live. Trust your intuition. Connect to the unseen. My name is Jeffrey Eisen. I am a spiritual life coach, the channeler of Shaltazar, and an energy intuitive. Arlene, good day. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being the first to comment. Let's hear from more of you. Patricia, good morning, everyone. Yes, let's check in. Because you know what? We are talking about connecting to the unseen world. And if you're not willing to be seen, it might be a little bit more challenging for the universe to get through to you. They're beaming you messages every moment of every day, but it's like, I'm here, I'm ready to receive. So are we ready to receive our messages today? Are you ready to be seen? Put it in the comments. I am ready to be seen. I am ready to receive. And we will see what this next hour brings us. Please let me know where you're from, if this is your first time here, and how you are feeling. We just came off of the weekend with a new moon, a partial solar eclipse, and yesterday was the equinox. The energy was a little bit intense for me. I'm not sure about you. I'd love to hear. Arlene's ready to be seen, and she is from the Netherlands, and we can see you over there in the Netherlands. Thank you for joining us. Anybody else here ready to receive? Let's get those comments up, because this has got to be interactive. If you are hiding, then maybe the universe can't find you and bring you your messages. Priya, I'm ready to be seen from Los Angeles. Oh, excellent. So, and it's kind of interesting, right? The universe does not work in time zones. The universe doesn't work in terms of geography. Pardon me, I just put down one of my crystals, Tiffany stone. Isn't that a beauty? You can see the stones I have in behind. Stones are my way of getting my vibration up. April, hello, April, and Setra from Rhode Island. Excellent. Agnesika, sorry, I am terrible at pronouncing names, but your name is really important because it is very much associated with your soul's purpose. So if I mispronounce it, please be kind and gentle to me. Good morning, ready to be seen from Illinois. Excellent. And we got some emojis. Yes. All right. While we're warming up, or I'm warming up, let me go over, for those of you that are new, Suleiman, Grand Rising, Jeffrey and Shaltazar and friends, and look at those emojis. And thanks for the emojis, because, if we looked at those comments and we said, well, what is Suleiman, and again, I'm not sure of the pronunciation, what is he saying in those emojis? And that is the question that we want to sometimes ask, often want to ask the unseen world. What is it you're trying to tell me? What is it you are trying to tell me? So I think emojis are a great reminder that the universe speaks to us in a sensory language, and we have to translate it. Let me quickly review what I believe are the 5 steps, and I always say this, I'm not really a step kind of person, but I will say it in terms of steps. First step is preparation. That's what we're doing right now. We're preparing, we're loosening, we're getting ready. We're just getting our vibe up. We're connecting, we're bringing in the love. Preparation. It's different for different people. In the beginning of our journey, the preparation can often be in meditation, obviously quieting the mind, opening the heart. In the beginning, my preparation was much more different. I first connected to Shaltazar through a journaling process. I would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I would put on quiet music, and I would meditate, and I would free flow journal, and the unseen world. Eventually, Shaltazar came through. So that preparation state is different for different people. Now, if it's in the card, so to speak, I could stop right here, take a few deep breaths, and bring forth a message from Shaltazar. And I have done that on some of the lives that we do. So be gentle with yourself as you work through that first step of preparation. The key, of course, is surrender, release, let go, and surrender. There's some wonderful messages from Shaltazar about that. Let me put up my profile for those of you that are new and haven't yet followed me. I encourage you to do so and check out the messages of Shaltazar. So letting go of the mind, opening the heart, and we'll talk about that in a moment in terms of step number 2. Ali, good rising, Jeffrey, and beautiful friends. Aren't we all beautiful friends? It is so wonderful to come together here in community, like-minded community. I'm so honored and thrilled to be a teacher, one of 20,000 teachers here on Insight Timer. I hope you are supporting the platform. If you are not already a premium member, please do so. I can't believe when I talked to the teacher support team that they told me that usually the average for freemium, I believe that's what it's called, freemium apps, which means there's a free version and a premium version. Usually the conversion rate is around 2%, and Insight Timer, I think, is around 4 or 5%. I was shocked by such a low number. I think everybody here should find it in their hearts and in their wallets, although they are tight these days, to pay for the premium version of this app. We need to support this community. It's an amazing community, and we need to support it. Before I continue with the steps, Patricia is ready to be seen and to receive. The energy's been intense. Oh, I fell on Friday and fractured my left ankle. Sending you lots of love and healing energy. The message was to ask for and receive help without the need to have to pay back. I have always been very fiercely independent, live alone, so definitely need the help right now. Very grateful for the lessons and the help. And that's important. That's important that we accept that. One of the Shaltazar Oracle cards, one of my favorite, is called Receiving. And I am posting those, by the way. There's quite a few. Thank you so much, Priya, for the donation. Much, much appreciated. I haven't even asked for donations yet, and there you are. I'm going to put up this little donation card that they say. Interesting. I'm a little hyper this morning, although I was very, very pensive for the last few days. Receiving is so important because the universe is there to help us. And if we have that attitude of independence, I can get through this, then you may not be allowing in the messages. Step number 2 is the sensory download. The universe communicates with us in a sensory way, hence the 4 major pathways: clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient, and claircognizant, through audio, through verbal, like listening. Arlene, we got donations today. Thank you so much. Thank you. By the way, I have to tell you, I'm going to go back to that in a sec. And I may want to play a message from Shaltazar that basically it is called Interpreting the Wisdom Hidden in Your Emotions. It's one of my favorites, and I think I'm going to play it today. For the longest time, I was feeling every once in a while some depression, like I really was finished with this life, and I'm only 73. Although I say only 73, sometimes I feel 73 is pretty old, but I know it's not. And it had gone for a while. It had gone for like that feeling didn't come up. And this past weekend, it came back. And there was a sadness, a melancholy, a sense of, there has to be more to life than this. And so those emotions, and we're going to listen to this message, those emotions are messages, and I am working on interpreting those messages. So step number 2 is the sensory download. The clairaudient gets their messages in an auditory way, the clairvoyant in a visual way, the clairsentient in a feeling way, and the claircognizant in a knowing way. It is said that we all have a major pathway. Shaltazar leads me to believe there are many variations of those main 4. Anything that is sensory is a way that we communicate with the unseen world. My major pathway is claircognizant. When I get something from Shaltazar, there's just this deep knowing that, by the way, has intensified, developed, and strengthened over the years. We need to practice our intuitive muscle. Step number 3 is the translation or transcription. You will listen to a Shaltazar message here today. The words you hear are not Shaltazar's. The unseen world does not speak in language. They speak in sensory ways, and it is up to us to translate or transcript it into words. So whenever you are listening to the Shaltazar messages, or I would suggest any channeled message, any message that comes from the unseen world, it is that person's, it comes through that person's filter, and it is their translation or transcription. Step number 4 is interpretation. What does that mean? Patricia, you got it when you interpreted the message that you need to receive, that it is time for you to receive help without needing to have to pay it back. By the way, when it comes to the universe, they do not want payback. Their payback, and it's as if there's a big smile on the universe when we connect and we are able to receive those messages. So we do not have to pay back for receiving. And Patricia, your kindness, your giving, your loving heart is all you need to give to the world to receive more. So get ready to receive so that we don't have to break our bones anymore. Jacqueline, hello, wonderful Jeffrey, and all you beautiful people. Oh, so kind of you to say that. Thank you. Christian, hi, Jeffrey, welcome. And Jacqueline, is saying hi to all the friends. Yes, right. And are we ready to say hello to the invisible world, right? Yeah, to the unseen world? Let's put it in the comments. Are you ready? Yeah, it's like, hello, unseen world. Hello, where are you? We're here. Quick review. Saitra. Oh, some new names I haven't recognized. Thank you so much. I'm going to put up my profile again. I would love you. We do have a group. Groups are not the most active here on Insight Timer, but it really would be great if you followed me and just checked out my profile. Helena, hello, Jeffrey. I'm a newbie here. Excellent. Thank you so much. It's just so wonderful. I really feel the energy. This is one of my favorite things. As a matter of fact, I'm coming back this week again. I'm coming back on Thursday. I'm going to be away. I'm here next week, and then the following week is a short week, and I'm away. I'm coming back on Thursday, September 25th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for a new live that I've done, I think 3 or 4 of. It's a spiritual Q&A. I don't know if anyone else has experienced the spiritual Q&A, but it's lots of fun where we get to all share our questions, because there are lots and lots of questions that we have. Christiane, hello. Helena is from Newmarket. Excellent, just up the road. I'm in York Mills, young in York Mills, or North York rather. I'm in North York, so we are neighbors here in Ontario, in the Greater Toronto area. And I lost my train of thought, and that's okay. So, yes, are you ready to say hello to the unseen? Hello, unseen. Hello, universe. Hello, invisible world. Come on, look at those hearts. Isn't that wonderful? Come on, put it in the comments so that they know. They read. Yes, They read because they're multidimensional. They know what's going on in your mind even sometimes before you do. Yeah. Hello. Right. All right. And I assume that hello, Priya, is for the universe. Tell them, hello, universe. Hello, unseen. Hello, guides. Hello, angels. Do you hear us? Loud and clear, they said. Loud and clear. They hear us. Arlene, hello, unseen. Yeah. Feel that. Now, let me ask a question, whether you choose to put it in the comments or not. Helena, hello, universe. Did you hear that echo? That was kind of neat. Maybe it was just me and my hearing aids. How does it feel to talk to that which you do not know? I mean, here it is. We're saying hello to the unseen, hello to the universe. You don't know whether they hear you or not. Does it feel awkward? Does it feel fun? How does it? It feels lovely. It does. It does. I feel a message coming through, by the way. I'm working on 3 of them now. One is about the gifts that are implanted in our DNA, and we all have them. And a couple of messages on the mind, on the chattering mind, and where that came from and what we can do to quiet the mind. Allie, hello to all the beautiful unseen. Yes. It's interesting you use to all the beautiful unseen. In the ancient text, the Kabbalion, the teachings of Hermes Trismegistus, it refers to the all as God, the source, the great creator, whatever name you wish to call it. So hello to all. Yes, the all. Again, I lost my train of thought, and that's okay. Agnes Saka, not at all a talk to myself all the time. They all hear it, angel spirits, whoever's out there. Yes, thank you. And by the way, remember I said I lost my train of thought? Well, your comment brought it back. That's how amazing the unseen world is. So you were a messenger for the unseen to me. I feel a message coming. I told you there's about 3 of them I'm working on, but there's one waiting in the wings, and that is going to be about how when we were younger, we had invisible or unseen or imaginary friends. And mine was Oogly Woogly, and I kind of got in trouble because I carved Oogly Woogly on the dresser beside my bed, and my mother was not very happy. Oh, it was just a little small carving, and he was such a cute creature. And Oogly Woogly was my imaginary friend, and the universe is very much like that. If we could get back to our childlike sense, it really, really would be wonderful, because in that playfulness, we weren't afraid to have imaginary friends, and that's what the unseen world is, our imaginary friends. Patricia, hello, unseen angels, guides, universe, and all. I am ready and open to receive our messages. So much love and gratitude. Whoo, beautiful. Shannon, Kabbalah, no, it is the Kabbalion, the Kabbalion, Kybalion. Let me just get a copy. Because my keyboard is off to the side. It is this. I don't know if you're seeing that backwards. You could buy it, but you could also download it for free on the internet. Just put that in, Kybalion. You can download a PDF version of it, and it talks about the 7 principles of the Hermetic teachings. It was a great learning experience for me. I highly recommend it. Helena, how this resonates with me presently as I heal my inner child. Oh, good. Yeah, we all need some inner child healing, don't we? And that's why we want to call on those imaginary friends, those invisible friends that we had when we were kids, because what if that was the universe? And what if when we grew up, we thought we were too mature we were too mature. Yeah, kind of interesting. Yes. Will I spell it? Good morning from California, Rochelle. Lots of emojis. Again, some new names I'm not familiar with. Shannon, spell the book. There it is. Thank you, Patricia. Kabbalion. Yes. Again, download it for free. Old English. It is the teachings of Hermes Trismegistus from 5,000 years ago. It was passed down from generation to generation verbally up until the early 1900s, when a group called the Three Initiates put it into text. And so the writing is a little bit Old English. It talks about the 7 principles of the Kabbalion, and that is the principle of mentalism, which says the all is mind, the universe is mental, which basically says that God is just an energy. It is mental energy, mind. The principle of correspondence, the principle of vibration, the principle of polarity, the principle of rhythm, the principle of cause and effect, and the principle of gender. I love it, and a lot of those teachings have stayed with me. Okay, I've got some questions that we could talk about, that I could put out there and get some engagement, or we could listen to the Shaltazar message. Are we ready? Because thank you, always good information. All right, Shannon, thank you. This is a powerful message that has come forth over the last number of months. Especially, who was it? Helena, that is healing her inner child. Shaltazar has always taught me that emotions are truth, and it is time to connect to those emotions, and those emotions bring messages. And there's a couple of messages. One that basically says that messages are emotions are messages from our soul. And this one, I think, is a follow-up to it. It's coming out, I believe, on October the 4th. I've been creating so many messages that I've scheduled them, and there are messages coming out every day. So if you have not already done so, please follow me so you can check out those messages. So, do you want to talk a bit more about connecting to the unseen world and do a little bit of group learning on the subject? Or would you like to hear this message about how our emotions are ways that the universe communicates with us? Wow, that's the date that I have arrived in Canada. Oh, excellent. Excellent. What's your preference, people? You want to hear the message or you want to chat? I'm going to take a moment, have a sip of tea. All right. We're getting a consensus. Thank you. Gives me an opportunity. Gives me an opportunity to stop. Excellent. That's what I like, people. That's what I like. Oh, Arlene wants to chat. Okay. We'll do the chat after. We've still got 27 minutes here. This message is only around 10 or 12 minutes. Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear it. Let's all take a deep breath. And it is called Interpreting Wisdom Hidden in Your Emotions. Are we ready? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it. Messages from Shaltazar, interpreting the wisdom hidden in your emotions. Greetings, dear ones. We are Shaltazar, the Gavish Baninu, the energy of 33, the master teacher, and the energy of 44, the master healer. We come to you today to speak of a great art that few have mastered. the art of learning the language of your emotions. Many of you are willing to feel. Some of you are willing to accept. But few of you have yet understood how to interpret your emotions, how to listen to them as if they were words spoken from your soul. In your world, you have been taught to name your feelings, to attach labels to them. Fear, sadness, anger, grief, shame, doubt, joy, hope, love. These names are not unhelpful, but they are incomplete. To stop at the label is like believing a person's name tells you everything about who they are. A name identifies but does not reveal the depth of their character, their history, their dreams, or their unique essence. So too with emotions, the word is only the surface. Too often you stop at the word, believing that once you have identified the label, you have understood the message. But we tell you, dear ones, that emotions cannot be fully captured in the cage of a single word. Each emotion carries nuance, texture, vibration, and meaning unique to you and to the moment in which it arises. If one person says fear, it may mean the trembling before an unknown future. For another, fear may mean excitement, wearing the mask of danger. And for yet another, it may mean the body remembering an old wound. The word is the same, but the meaning is not. This is why it is so important to go beyond the label, to truly learn the language of your emotions. You must move beneath the word into the feeling itself. Do not ask only, what is this emotion called? Ask instead, what does this sensation feel like? Where do I notice it in my body? What images, colors, or memories arise when I sit with it? What is it whispering to me beyond words? This is the art of emotional interpretation. It is not a science with fixed definitions. It is an art that you practice and develop over time. Each soul has its own vocabulary, its own dialect of feeling. Just as no two voices sound alike, no two people will experience the same emotion in the same way. This is why you must not rely solely on the definitions you have been taught, but must learn to discover your own emotional vocabulary unique to you. How do you begin this sacred practice? By slowing down. When a strong emotion arises, pause before you push it away, name it too quickly, or act upon it. This is especially important with the uncomfortable feelings that so often tempt you to escape or avoid them, for within those very sensations lies some of the deepest wisdom your soul is offering. Trust that leaning into them is safe, for you are always supported by the loving embrace of the universe. Breathe deeply and allow the sensation to exist within you. Notice where it lives in your body. Is it heavy in your chest? Tight in your stomach? Buzzing in your head? Or aching in your heart? Each location gives you clues. Your body is a faithful translator of the soul's voice. Then, without judgment, allow your imagination to assist. Does the feeling have a color, a shape, a sound? If it were an animal, what creature would it be? If it were weather, would it be a storm, a gentle rain, a bright sun, or a thick fog? Do not dismiss these images as fanciful. They are the metaphors your soul uses to communicate. To deepen this practice, you may also explore new techniques. Try movement. Allow your body to express the feeling through dance, gesture, or posture, and see what wisdom arises. Try sound. Hum, sigh, chant, or tone the vibration of the feeling and notice how it shifts. Or try dialogue. Speak to the emotion as though it were an old friend, asking what it needs from you and how it wishes to guide you. These are pathways to interpretation, and through them you may come to trust your feelings more deeply. Over time, as you practice this art, you will notice patterns. You will come to know that the tightness in your throat often means there is truth you are holding back. You will recognize that the heaviness in your chest often comes when you are grieving something unacknowledged. You will learn that the restlessness in your legs may be your soul urging you to move forward. These patterns become your own personal dictionary of emotional language, a living vocabulary that only you can write. This is why we say to you, emotions are not your enemies. They are not random storms of mood. They are precise messages written in the language of energy, waiting to be translated by your attentive heart. When you reduce them to labels alone, you miss the richness of their wisdom. When you allow yourself to feel, notice, imagine, and listen, you begin to hear the soul's voice more clearly. Do not be discouraged if this feels difficult at first. Learning any new language requires patience and practice. You did not learn to speak your native tongue in a day. You learned by listening, by imitating, by trying and failing, and trying again. So too with the language of emotion. you must be willing to sit in the not knowing, to stumble, to experiment, to discover. With time, your fluency will grow and your soul will rejoice that you are finally listening. And know this, there is no right or wrong interpretation. There is only your interpretation, evolving as you evolve. What fear means to you today may not be what it means to you tomorrow. Your emotional language is alive, just as you are alive. So we ask you now, dear ones, will you commit to learning this language? Will you give yourself permission to be a student of your own soul? If you do, you will find that your emotions no longer overwhelm you, for you will know how to converse with them. You will no longer fear your feelings, for you will recognize them as guides, and you will no longer feel disconnected from the unseen world, for you will realize that your emotions themselves are one of its clearest voices. We bring you this message from a place of love. Our love for you is everlasting and unconditional. Trust your emotions, learn their language, and you will walk this earth with a deeper connection to your soul and to the universe that guides you always. Helena, how wonderful. It was perfect. Glad you liked it. All right, so we got a couple of choices because I'm being nudged to experience this teaching, right? Because it is one of the major pathways. I guess it's clairsentient. It's a deeper understanding of what clairsentient is. Christiane, it was like you was in the room. Good. I'm glad I was in your room because you're in my room, in my beautiful sanctuary. We could either talk about the feelings that have been coming up for you lately, or we could go into a light language meditation where a feeling comes up. Then we're going to all practice seeing if we can understand the message from our soul from that feeling. So, it's up to you. We could either, we've all been feeling lately. The idea, of course, is not to pick the good feelings or the bad feelings. Of course, we don't call them that. The pleasant, comfortable. Few days ago, I was feeling the depression. Now I seem to be coming out of it. Doesn't matter which one we choose, because those feelings are truth, and whether it's a higher and faster pleasant feeling or a lower and slower unpleasant, uncomfortable feeling, there is wisdom in it from the universe. So you can either share with me feelings that you have been having lately and a little bit of context, and we'll play around with this art of interpretation. I am by no means an expert yet, but I'm getting better at it as I practice. Or I could take us into a few-minute meditation where we connect to a feeling that comes up. What's your choice? I shouldn't be asking you. I should just do it. Meditation. Okay, Ruby, thank you. Excellent. All right. Light language meditation. So I am going to bring in some light language. I'm going to ask you to get into a relaxed place, and I'm going to ask you to invite an emotion to come up I'm going to ask you to invite Spirit to send you that emotion so we can unravel it, unpack it, and interpret it. So get into a comfortable position. And as that message, I'm not sure if all of you listened to all of the message, but at the beginning it said, don't get hung up on the label. We're going to unpack it. So if you get something that says fear, don't worry about that. We're going to dig a little bit deeper. The worst thing you can do is judge the feeling right from the label, and we don't want to do that. Ali said, that's what I was thinking, you decide. Perfect. So obviously we are in sync. Here we go. Please get into a comfortable position. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and invite. Remember how we invited the universe in? Remember how we were ready to receive? We are open to accept this feeling as truth. We are ready to interpret the message that our feeling consciousness wants to bring forth. Shia unana 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 say ta ta usha ika utata sha mikauna mikautana usha atare ima utata ima tu sha ikauna tai shauma tashi uma unana kikao tatao te shimau ta tau tata shimau nana. Okay. I got something. Did you? It's show and tell time. Beautiful soul sisters and soul brothers. What was the feeling that came up? Give us some context if you choose. I'll share mine in a few minutes, but let's hear from you. What was the feeling that came up? We'll start with the label, and then we will do what was in that message. Where did you feel it in your body? Okay, Gail got confusion. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. All right, tell me more about the confusion. All right, we're going to do one at a time. Amelia, I felt an imploring, a pleading to explore. Okay, beautiful. All right. So let's do what that message says. Gail, Amelia, anybody else, put your message, put your feeling up. Let's unpack it. Let's see, where was it? What could have, tell a story, okay? We want to somewhat become the observer of the emotion, confusion. Okay, Gail, tell me a bit about confusion. Have you been trying to figure things out a lot lately? Are you trying to control things? I'm getting from your confusion, accept it, be okay with it. Confusion leads to clarity, and clarity leads to confusion. So confusion is saying you're on the cusp of something, but you may be pushing it away because you are trying to control it. You're trying to push away the confusion as opposed to seeing the confusion as a way of exploration, as a way of reflection. So I'm getting a sense they want you to be okay with the confusion, sit with the confusion. Gail, does that make any sense? Amelia, I felt employing a pleading to explore. Have you been holding yourself back? Have you been staying in your patterns? Okay, just don't quite understand. Right? Gail says, right. And so I think that emotion is trying to say, be okay with not understanding because you're, okay, I can feel in your energy, just don't quite understand it. I want to understand it. I need to understand it. I think the confusion is saying, let go of trying to control it. Be okay with the unknown. Amelia, the pleading to explore. Why are you holding your back from, what are you holding your back? What is holding you back from exploring more? Again, I'm getting that sense of control. So both in Gail and Amelia, I'm getting that sense of control. I'm going to share mine because I'm sensing the same theme. There's a control thing here. Allie, I felt it in my heart. I got to put my heart out there. Yes. Okay. So again, trying to control yourself, trying to not be vulnerable. All right, Amelia, I felt I was pulling away from. The pleading was for me to come towards it instead. Yes, we are trying to control it. We are resisting it. Gail, yes, just getting over cancer and was a Christian, which now I see as wrong. I'm lost on who to believe in. You were not wrong. That was part of your soul's journey. I'm so sorry that you had cancer. I am so thrilled that you are over it. You had the Christian beliefs so that you could discover new beliefs, right? That confusion, all right? So here's the theme. Isn't it beautiful how these emotions now are coming through collectively? You can see I'm getting a little excited. We are trying to control it. We are being asked to be free, to release, let go, to see everything that we think is wrong, as right, as perfect. Helena, overwhelmed with disappointment. Okay, so overwhelmed with disappointment. Why are you disappointed? Because of expectations. We are trying to control the outcome. Gail, okay, wonderful, very helpful. Thank you. All right, here's what I had. I don't know if you noticed when I was bringing in the light language and I put my hands to my heart, I felt this overwhelming desire to have this giant cry. There was this wave of sadness and melancholy, and I held it back. I held it back like what we're hearing. I tried to control it. And that was the message for me is you've got to let it out. You've got to go where they are leading us, no matter how scary, no matter how difficult, no matter how challenging it is. Did you see how all of us that shared our feelings, they all were a collective message? Fascinating, isn't it? Anybody else? Does that make sense to anyone? So here it is, these lower and slower feelings, right? Gail, it's not wrong. Whatever your belief was, it's not wrong. It was the foothold. It was, Shaltazar says, we learn by comparison. The example I love to use is without vanilla ice cream, I never would have realized how much I love chocolate ice cream. It is the comparison. It is your Christian beliefs that are the foundation for you to find your own spiritual beliefs. Gail, if you can, join us on Thursday for a spiritual Q&A. This is an exciting time in your life. Getting over the cancer is freeing, it's liberating. It is time for you to be you. Arlene felt misunderstood, not being heard, and explaining myself over and over again. Right. That's because nobody needs to understand you except you, Arlene. I've got the weirdest beliefs around. Nobody understands me, but here's the thing. I'm okay with it. Finally, I'm okay with it. I don't fit in. I never fit in. I never did fit in. At 73, I'm okay not fitting in. I'm okay. It's amazing. It's Liberation Day. It's freedom. Nobody, okay? Do they hear me? No, because they don't understand the way I understand. So I think that feeling that you're having is you are trying too hard to be understood and be heard, and they just want you to understand and you to hear them. And so give up trying to explain, give up having other people hear you. I show up here every week. I don't know if people get me or don't get me. Doesn't really matter. Helena, yes, indeed, makes sense. Thank you, Gail. I had expectations and I'm so disappointed in what I see in this country now. I want no part of it. I agree. Finally, I can explore and believe what I want to. I don't like what's going on, But guess what, beautiful people? We are here to change it. We are here to change it. Every week, I am here. We are creating the energy. Of course, we don't like it. And we're not supposed to like it because we're supposed to change it. And if we don't see it and we don't not like it, then we're not going to do anything about it, and we are here to do something about it. Paula, depression. Okay, what's the depression telling you? Are you depriving yourself from joy? Thank you for that. I just got another aspect of my depression that came back. Because to a certain degree, when we're having that depression, we might be the ones depriving ourselves of joy, love, contentment. So, Paula, what can you do differently to let more joy into your life? Arlene, thank you. Helena, I feel the same. Never fitted in. Most of the people here don't fit in, boys and girls. Lovely soul sisters and soul brothers. Of course we don't fit in. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. April, despair, joy, bliss. I have been feeling the lies and highs, the highs and the lows lately. Yes. All right. And what's that telling you? That is telling you that you are here to embrace the duality, to make a decision as to where you want to be on the polarity. Those highs and lows are telling you that that is the principle of polarity right here in the Kabbalion, the principle of the polarity. So you are feeling the highs and lows. You are feeling the ups and downs. You are feeling despair and joy and bliss. Why do you think you are being given that message? Maybe, did you always feel that? And are you now opening yourself up to the duality of life? Because no matter what, that's what planet Earth is. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite lines here in the Kabbalion, okay, is in the principle of polarity, is it says, the Hermetic master can move above the swing of the pendulum. So maybe you are here to feel those polarities so you can decide when you want to move above the swing of the pendulum. You go into the fray, the up, the down, and then you decide when you want to move above the swing of the pendulum. Gail, I feel as though I've never fit in either. I'm spreading light as much as I can, but thought I had to know what God do I worship. You, all right, there is a message coming out. I'll put my profile up again. It is called, what it is called, I do not know. It's a very interesting message. And it is called, hang on. Yes, it's up now in the premium. It's called Why Your Spiritual Beliefs Must Keep Evolving. Gail, this one is for you. It is called Why Your Spiritual Beliefs must keep evolving. And it talks exactly about this, right? You make up the God that you want to worship, and you don't have to worship that God. That God is there to support us. You're here to unravel the Christian belief. You needed to have the Christian belief so you could find your own belief. That message was written for you. It was written for you, right? I'm going to put it, see if I can copy and paste. I will put it in the comments. It is a premium content, so hopefully you're premium, but listen to it. This is what you are here for, to come up with your own beliefs. And in doing so, you're going to spread the light. Join me on that journey, beautiful people. And by the way, anyone that wants to connect with me, jeffreyeisen.com is my website. There's a contact form on the last tab, or jeffrey@jeffreyeisen.com. I'd love to connect with people on one-on-one as well as doing it here. Patricia, absolutely makes sense. Felt it in my head, actually. Need to release the need to control, the lack of understanding why a hurtful situation is ongoing and nothing I do helps. Message received. It's out of my control. Beautiful. Gail, love it. Taking it today. I've been brainwashed. I'm so excited to hear this. Okay, but here's the key, Gail. Here's the key. Please forgive those that brainwashed you. Please forgive yourself for being brainwashed. You are here to teach others that have been brainwashed to open up to the possibilities of finding their own spirituality. It was for purpose. It was unpleasant. It was uncomfortable. You wound up with cancer because of it, but you are now here to help others. Do not force them, but to offer an alternative to the brainwashing. Really important. Helena, Gail, I'm in a similar path in my Christianity beliefs. There you go. Healing happened here today. Healing happened here today. Anybody else feel it? Okay, I'm supposed to put up this make a donation card for those of you that feel so inclined. Thank you for this. We're just about out of time. April, synchronicity. I stumbled across a book I packed away, The Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Meyer. I flipped randomly to a page and found a chapter on evaluating your thoughts. Not synchronicity, message from the unseen world, message from the unseen world. Are we getting a sense? You see, we need to experience connecting to the unseen world, and we did it today. Gail, wow, this is wild, and I am so happy I came. And are we all happy Gail came? Yes, because Gail, you are a light worker, a way shower, a truth sayer, just like everybody on this. We just hit 100 people. Thank you so much. Yes, we are all here to help change humanity. Will you join me on this? Yes, Helena. Ooh. Ha. Wow. Shaltazar says there are layers of experience, there are layers of learning rather, and book knowledge is the lower layer, experience is the higher layer. And so we experienced wisdom today. Thank you, Shaltazar. Thank you, all of you. Wow. Gail, thank you, Jeffrey and Helena. Gail, you see, isn't it beautiful? I'm back on Thursday. I'm doing a couple this week, one next week, and then I'm on vacation. I am heading off to Portugal for a couple of weeks, so I will miss you. I am trying to get enough Shaltazar messages recorded that they will still come out when I am away. I need that because there's nature and travel, and that's how I renew my soul. So I'm here on Thursday, here again next week, I think on Wednesday for another Connecting to the Unseen. April, thank you so much for the donation. Gail, yes and amen. Helena, no way going. My beautiful country, enjoy it. Oh, yes, we're going to Lisbon and then down to the Algarve. We were in Lisbon a number of years ago, never been to the Algarve. And I just read over the weekend that in the 200-kilometer stretch of the Algarve, there are 150 named beaches. Yes. And I am going to try and get photos of as many as I can. Gail, I'm going to surf now and appreciate God's gift and have renewed hope. Excellent, Gail. Thank you. April, enjoy. Christiane, I love Lisbon. Yes, thank you. Just about out of time. Thank you. I'm going to end with a little bit of light language. Final request, if anyone got anything from today, please pass it forward. We see today that there are people out there hurting. There are people going through all kinds of stuff. Give them a smile, give them a hug, connect with someone who might need some help. Tell them about this crazy old man on Insight Timer. Suggest they join Insight Timer. Check out my profile. I have a couple of courses, by the way, one connecting to the unseen world and another about obsessive thoughts. Someone was talking about thoughts. So you may want to check out the courses. It is my intention to start bringing forth more courses. Helena, see you on Thursday. Some light language to end. Thank you all so very, very much. Shima una na una na. Kiau, kiau, kiau ta 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 unana se. Shianu, shianu mautata. Greetings, dear ones. We are Shaltazar, the Gavish Baninu, the energy of 33, the master teacher, and the energy of 44, the master healer. We come forth with just a short message, a message of gratitude, a message of thanking you, the way showers, the truth sayers, the light workers. For we know your journey has not been easy, but we are with you now and forever, and we will show you the way to help transform your humanity. Realize that love is the answer, and it must start with loving yourself. So we leave you with this, dear ones. Work on self-love, work on self-care, work on connecting to us, and we will guide you to bring forth a new world, a kinder, gentler, more compassionate world. We are with you now and forever. Thank you, beautiful people. Until we meet again. I don't want to press the end live because I want to sit in this energy a little longer. Just a little longer. Don't forget to check out those new messages, people. Shaltazar wants you to listen and share. Until we meet again, love and light to you all.